Who here is a parent? And who wants to be a parent in the future? All together? Okay. Thank you very much. Tonight I'm going to convince you about my parenting style. And I will do this via 3 case studies, 3 situations. But before that, why this topic? The children in early years are getting all their information from life from their parents. They see the world from their parents' eyes. They learn compassion, friendship, responsibility, rules, awards, consequences from their parents. So it's an extremely important topic, I think. There are a lot of books has been written for parenting. You can find them, thousands of books. And it also depends on the political, cultural, and religious point of view of the parents. But at the same time, it's very important to understand that whatever they see in the family, the people, the individuals, are applying it in our all years. So let's come to my case studies. My first case study is, my boy is about 6 years old, and he's shouting, crying, and he has a ball and he wants to play out in the street. And there's a moderate traffic in the street, there are some cars passing. And you worry. You will know what it means when you're a parent. You really worry sometimes. So the first case study is about setting the rules, consequences, and talking and explaining to the child how you can handle the situation. So let's try it together. Will you join me? So, okay. Yeah, Dennis, come on. Don't cry, don't shout. Okay, let's talk. Okay, you have a ball and you want to play in the street, right? But you see there are cars passing, you see them, and they are sometimes fast, huh? So it can be dangerous, okay? It can be dangerous. What about you and I, we'll play inside our garden. Is that okay? You want to beat me? No? Alright, I understand that. What about I call some of your friends' parents and I call some boys in the garden so you can play in the backyard, okay? Is it okay? Yes, alright, that's good. Okay, let's do that. One of the ways. I have a real life case study on this, and my boy that I mentioned is now 15 years old. And when he was 13, we had a problem with his homework performance. So he wasn't doing his homework. So we wanted to set some rules, maybe some consequences. So we came up with an idea that if in Friday report we see a lesson and homework not done, he will be disconnected from all electronic devices for 1 day. 1 day. And my son is like, if he knows the rules in advance, if you set up the rules in advance, it's very good for him. If he knows what's going to come, then he can choose, he can get his own decisions, which I like very much. So that we saw an improvement in the homework performance, and he could choose which homeworks not to do if he accepts the sacrifice of 1 day no electronics. So that was a good one. Second one is about saying no to our children when it's needed. I see in some young parents, they are thinking like, my daughter, she cannot be sorry, she cannot be sad, she can never be disappointed, so I have to do everything in my power and just do whatever she wants from me. So that is about just like giving everything to the child and being kind of a slave to the child. So I kindly, humbly disagree on that. It's about the child should feel that she is part of a team, she's part of a family. If as a family we cannot afford something, then we will not buy it. And we can explain it to the child. And for me, it's really important that the child feels that she is part of us, she is part of the family, We have our boundaries, we have our decisions, and she's part of the decision. And we are not slaves, we are not serving the child, but we are together completely a team. And the real life example for this is my daughter is 13 years old, and she wants me to buy a treadmill in her room for sports. And I'm really convinced that there are less bulky and less cost-effective ways to do sports. And she's doing sports for 8 years. But the nice thing is this is still a discussion, and I like this discussion because she sees the criteria, she sees the rules, and she's coming up with some ideas. Now she's saying she wants to pay half of it. So it's going on. Last but not least, the third one I think important is that the parents' consistency together with each other. So children, they are really smart. If they hear a no from the father, they immediately go to the mother and ask the same question. So it's important that the parents are together, they have the similar vision in life, and they behave together as a unit to the child. So to wrap it up, it's really important as a parent that you know that you are influencing your child's life with your behaviors, with your rules, with your family atmosphere. Be frank and open by putting the rules, put the consequences and awards to your child. Don't feel like you are serving the children, but they should know that they are part of a team. They are together with you, and you are a family. And last but not least, it's important that you are together, having the similar vision with your partner, so that you are one mind to your child. Despite all the difficulties, it's one of the most fascinating experiences in my life, so I encourage you all to be.